In 2035, in Berlin, Leo, a bartender who is mute due to his childhood accident, is in love with his girlfriend Nadira, who works at the same nightclub, owned by a man called Maxim. Leo and Nadira are seen out on a date night, where Nadira gives him a smartphone, which makes a shy Leo smile. Although Leo leads a traditional way of life, like his parents, who were responsible for Leo being mute since they are the ones who forbade him from getting treatment, Nadira wants to make life easy for him. One day, while Nadira was working at the bar, she was harassed by one of the bar's difficult customers, Stuart. Seeing what is happening to his girlfriend, Leo confronts Stuart and assaults him. Nadira, who desperately needs money, breaks up the fight, telling him she couldn't lose the job. After assaulting Stuart, Leo gets called to Maxim's office and gets a final warning. Later that night, Nadira visits Leo and she appears to be stressed. She has not told him about her money troubles and the other secret she is keeping. When she was about to tell him everything, Leo, who thought that she was going to leave him, told her nothing mattered as long as she was there and took her to a workshop to surprise her. Leo, who often gives Nadira drawings carved on wood as a gift, shows her a beautiful bed he is working on. Touched by his gesture, Nadira spends the night with him. But when Leo woke up in the morning, he didn't find her next to him. Elsewhere, Cactus Bill and Duck, two American surgeons who run a black market clinic, are in surgery, talking about Nadira and Josie, Bill and Nadira's daughter. Bill is Nadira's ex-husband who is planning to take his daughter to New York with him, against Nadira's wishes. During the surgery, which was for one of Maxim's men, Bill speaks with one of Maxim's goons about their deal with Maxim, who has agreed to provide fake documents for him and Josie to leave Berlin. Bill wants to speed things up and get out of Berlin, but Duck enjoys staying and working there. Later, Leo, who was having breakfast at a local cafe, meets Bill. Bill speaks to Leo about the previous fight with Stuart and asks him not to confront Stuart and his partner because he has some business with them. Leo leaves the cafe, leaving Bill with a picture he had drawn. At the club, Leo looks for Nadira but she is nowhere to be found. Luba, Nadira's friend who is in love with her, also asks him about her whereabouts. Then he is introduced to Nicky, a man who runs Maxim's business across the street. When he was fetching a drink to be sent upstairs, Stuart and his partner appeared at the counter. They seem to be apologetic but Stuart starts taunting Leo about Nadira. Leo gets angry and fights with both of them, causing him to get fired. Leo goes home with a bleeding nose and texts Nadira with the smartphone she bought for him but there is no answer. So, he follows Luba and asks him if he has seen Nadira, but Luba doesn't want to help him. Instead, he tries to get in his head saying Nadira has been keeping secrets. After failing to get Luba's help, Leo gets a text back from Nadira saying she is in Hacker's Hell, an illegal hacker's den run by Stuart. At the same time, Bill is at Hacker's Hell with Josie, who is getting scanned for fingerprints. Stuart is the one who prepares the fake documents for Bill and Josie. While speaking with Bill, Stuart sees Leo in the security cameras. Sensing trouble is coming his way, Bill leaves the place and Stuart goes to confront Leo with his partner. They mockingly tell him they have not seen his girlfriend. Then, Leo remembers lending Nadira his notebook while they were working at the bar. He shades it and an address appears on it. He follows the address and meets Oswald, a man in the prostitution business who assumes Leo is working for Nicky, who is skimming money from Maxim's prostitutes. After a while, Oswald figures out that Leo is here for Nadira and tells him he already paid her. Leo remembers Nicky's face from the bar and goes to find him after he gets a message from Nadira, which shows a man holding Josie. Meanwhile, at Maxim's prostitution place, Bill had to leave Josie with one of the prostitutes because Dick left to spend time with the babysitter. Outside, Bill is faced with a dirty policeman named Robert, who tells him Nadira is willing to pay a lot of money to have him arrested. Later, Leo arrives at the scene and sees Josie being picked up by Nicky. He steals a car and follows the airborne vehicle Nicky is in, to another bar. Leo sits next to Josie, whom he befriends, giving her a drawing of two bears. Leo shows Nicky Nadira's picture and asks him about her whereabouts but Nicky asks him to leave. Leo writes a note about Nicky's side business with Maxine's prostitutes and leaves it on the table along with the money from Oswald while Maxine's men are watching. Meanwhile, Dick is at the clinic and a little girl with prosthetic legs enters his room and walks on a treadmill. Dick is seen recording the girl inappropriately. The next day, Leo goes for a swim and vents his anger. While ordering breakfast with the smartphone, Leo discovers Nadira's home address. He goes there and meets Luba, dressed in the same woman's outfit Leo saw at Oswald's place. Luba tells Leo that he helped her out with her money problems, working as a prostitute under Nadira's name. Luba tells him that she is gone but Leo keeps insisting, so Luba shocks him with a teaser and leaves the place before Maxine finds out. After a while, Leo wakes up and uses the phone system on the fridge to make some calls. He discovers Nadira's mother's phone and writes it down. Then he goes to a public library to look for the address. In another matter, Maxine has ordered Bill and Dick to torture Nicky for information and Bill is expressing his anger to Dick. He is not happy about doing the dirty work despite being a certified surgeon. He also suspected that Leo was looking for Nadira after he remembered seeing Nikki with Leo at the club. At the clinic, Maxine and his goons arrive with an unconscious Nikki. Bill asks about the identifications for him and his daughter, and Maxine tells him they will be ready the next day. Maxine demands to know the story between Leo and Nikki since Leo was the one who left the incriminating note. In the morning, Bill arrives at the clinic and sees the video of a woman undressing in the examination room. After discovering the camera, Bill finds out that Dick is a pedophile. He confronts Dick and tells him not to get near his daughter. Dick tries to deny what he has been doing, but Bill doesn't believe him. He threatens to break his arms if he ever finds him touching a kid. Dick gets scared and apologizes, which Bill accepts. While hugging Dick, Bill gets a call from Maxine, who tells him that his and Josie's documents are ready. Bill gets extremely happy and takes out Dick to celebrate. They go to the mall and grab something to eat. Meanwhile, Leo has found Nadira's mother's address after searching for many hours in the phone book. He finds her and she lets him in. She tearfully tells him about Josie and Cactus Bill, who is responsible for her daughter's disappearance. Rewinding to the night Leo took Nadira to his workshop to surprise her, Bill was standing outside his apartment of Leo that night. He broke into their apartment and spiked their drinks. Then, in the middle of the night, he took Nadira to the back of his car while Leo was unconscious. In the present, Leo sends a text to Nadira, asking for Bill, who is currently enjoying himself at the mall with Dick. Bill tells Dick that he has decided to give him the clinic after he leaves with Josie. Bill tells him to work with Maxine so that he can make a lot of money. While they were walking to celebrate more, Dick admits to Bill that he was the one texting Leo to mess with his head. Bill got a little concerned, but Dick assured him it was all a joke. Then a security guard stops them for a casual theft, causing Bill to get angry and pull out a knife. Dick tries to intervene when Bill threatens to kill the security guard, but he ends up getting a slap from Bill, which causes him to have a bleeding lip. Feeling disrespected by his partner, Dick sends Leo a text saying that Bill is with Maxim at Foreign Dreams, Maxine's club. Leo receives the message and leaves with the wooden bed sport he made for Nadira. Bill gets an urgent call from Maxine and is about to leave Josie at Foreign Dreams, but changes his mind when he hears sounds of intimate actions coming from the rooms. Meanwhile, the guards of Maxine spot Leo and they confront him. He beats them up using the wooden support and gets into the club. Leo comes face to face with one of Maxine's goons and both prepare to fight. At the same time, Maxine is in his office preparing the documents for Bill and Josie. Suddenly, while he was counting some money on his desk, Leo appeared out of nowhere holding a plastic doll. Leo knocks out Maxine and takes the documents with him. Bill arrives at the club and sees the wreckage. He finds Maxine lying on the ground. Maxine informs him that Leo is looking for him and that he has taken the documents. Bill leaves the club after knowing Leo has also gotten his address and calls Dick to let him know that Leo is coming for them. Leo arrives at Bill's home and breaks into it. He discovers the illegal clinic underground with Nikki, who is still alive, tied to the bed. Bill has also arrived at his home with Josie and leaves her locked in her bedroom. Downstairs, Leo frees the tortured Nikki, who climbs up the stairs to leave the place as soon as he can. But he comes face to face with Bill, who throws him down the stairs and kills him. Bill is also the one who killed Nadira because he found out that she was saving money to get him deported. Bill gives the key to a storage room to Leo, where he finds the body of his girlfriend in a plastic bag. He carries out her body and confronts Bill, who is now holding the wooden bed support. They fight each other and it ends with Leo sending Bill's knife through his throat. Leo opens the plastic bag and breaks down when he sees the body of Nadira. He carries her on his arm and walks outside. He watches their date night video while sitting near a tree with her body lying on him. Dick arrives at the clinic and discovers Bill choking to death. He refuses to take him to the hospital, instead he succumbs to his evil nature. He blames Bill for everything that happened and turns the screen, showing Josie playing in her room, towards him. Dick is seen going to Josie's room and taking her away. Then he comes up to the grief-stricken Leo and knocks him out. He surgically implants a voice box in Leo's throat. After the painful procedure, Dick asks Leo to apologize for killing Bill. When Leo doesn't say anything, Dick begins to torture him, but it doesn't work. So Dick takes Josie on a road trip to a bridge, where he took a picture of Nadira during a trip with Bill and Nadira. Dick tries to threaten to throw Leo overboard unless he apologizes, but Leo refuses. Instead, he grabs Dick and jumps into the water. Leo holds his breath until Dick drowns and then goes to the surface to see Josie. He uses his voice to warn her against the edge of the bridge, and after coming out of the water he tells her he will take her to meet her grandmother. With that, the movie ends. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.